Blizzard just dropped a massive amount of information about the upcoming World of Warcraft expansion Midnight during their deep dive stream and developer Q&A. We're talking new races, big gameplay changes, and yes, player housing. Now, I'm going to get into player housing in a little bit because that is one of the most anticipated things coming with the expansion, but we're going to break down all of the key reveals so you know exactly what to look forward to. So let's dive right in. First up, the story. As some of you may know, I am a lore whore, and Midnight is the second chapter of the World Soul Saga and throws us right into a high-stakes conflict between the forces of light and the encroaching void. The battlefield? None other than Kel Thalas. So the antagonist, Xal'atath the Harbinger, as most of us know, is orchestrating a full-scale void invasion aimed at corrupting the Sunwell itself. This is a story centered squarely on the Elven Kingdoms, with the Blood Elves and Draenei playing major roles as they join the fight with us. Now, what's an expansion without a new race? So say hello to the Haranir, a brand new allied race. These guys are reclusive, they are primal people who live in a bioluminescent jungle beneath the World Tree, and their design is super unique. And the best part about these, specifically for me as a druid main, is their druid forms. We have a pangolin bear for the Guardian Spec, a ferocious wolverine for feral, and a quilled owl for flight form. The Haranir also have a wide range of other class options, including warriors, hunters, mages, and shamans. So what can we do once we hit level 90 in Midnight? The level cap, of course, is being increased, and Blizzard has a ton of new content planned. We're getting 7 new dungeons, 3 new raids, and a finale raid at the iconic Sunwell Plateau called the March on Kel Danas. Now, of course, Sunwell Plateau played a crucial role in the lore behind World of Warcraft, and I am very excited to go back. It is actually one of the raids that I still continue to do just because I enjoy running through it, as crazy as that sounds, but that is the March of Kel Danas, which is going to be the finale raid for the Midnight expansion. Now, let's take a look at the other content we'll be able to dive into. There will be 10 new delves, including a rotating Nemesis delve, where companions like Valera Sanguinar will lend us a hand as we go through. Of course, player housing, a new housing feature, will allow us to build and personalize our own little homes, giving us a space to call our own in Azeroth that isn't Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Ironforge, or any of the major cities or smaller cities. I think this is reminiscent of a garrison, but with way better qualities because we are able to customize it to our liking, and you will be able to get your hands on different decor throughout your playtime. In Azeroth, you will be able to get your hands on a lot of Legion themed decor, which I'm very excited about. And next we have PvP. PvP is not being left out. Of course, one of the biggest things in World of Warcraft has been the player versus player experience, and there will be a new 40v40 battleground called Slayer's Rise, set within the chaos of a Void Storm. Definitely excited to see that and dive in there. I'm not major on PvP. I do like PvE a little bit more on most of my characters, but I will 100% be joining in just to see what it's like inside of this new 40v40 PvP battleground. Now, for the most talked about part of the Q&A, the gameplay changes. Blizzard is making some fundamental shifts to the game as we know it. There are going to be add-on limitations, so get ready for a major shakeup in the endgame content, as combat add-ons will be disabled in Mythic Plus and Raids. Blizzard's goal is to standardize the difficulty and ensure success is based on player skill and coordination, not external tools. Some of us are going to have a really rough time in endgame content given the add-on limitations, but it will be interesting to see what they implement to help the UI in general for us to be able to be successful in that endgame content. Of course, classes are also getting revamped in an effort to make classes more accessible and less reliant on add-ons. Many classes are getting a complete overhaul, and that includes streamlined specializations with the introduction of new Apex talents, which will add powerful new abilities to expand on our talent trees with. There is also an interesting feature coming known as the prey system. So the new prey system will let you track and hunt powerful enemies with increasing difficulty levels and unique rewards. This one I'm kind of interested to see just because I don't know too much about it yet, and I definitely want to see how that plays out. It does sound like an interesting feature, though. All right, that was a lot of info at once. I was info dumping all at one time, but Midnight is really shaping up to be a huge expansion with some really large gameplay changes and huge features. The add-on limitations are kind of a bold move on Blizzard's part that's going to spark a lot of debate. While the new allied race, of course, and player housing are very exciting additions that a lot of people have been waiting for. Of course, myself, I do love the allied races. I cannot wait to try this one out and see what they are all about. And of course, the new druid forms, I cannot wait to see those as well. But I do know that that add-on limitation is going to, for lack of better words, piss a lot of people off. And I definitely want to see what issues and questions that arise after the announcement of that add-on limitation feature. But we will see as time goes on. What are your thoughts on all these changes? Are you excited for the new allied race? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you like my content in general, then please subscribe to my channel because it means the absolute world to me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!